Hi there. Welcome to Conversations with Hetty Online. My name is Hetty the Entrepreneur, and I am South Africa's #1 monetization expert. So, today's conversation is all about how to make money through speaking. I think so many people ask me the question, Hetty, how do I use my voice to invoice? So today I'm going to share with you how I make money through speaking and the different ways that you can make money through speaking and how you can actually navigate that, because there are so many opportunities that are available within that space. So if this is something that you are interested in, do the right thing. Make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. Make sure you give this video a nice big thumbs up. And also, let's continue the conversation and engage within the comment section. All right, so let's start off by talking about the different ways that you can actually use your voice to invoice. And I'm going to share with you the different ways that I do that. And that's going to help you understand and potentially even see how you can be able to do it for yourself. Number one of the top ways that I am able to make money through speaking is through speaking engagements. I am often called upon to be a keynote speaker. And what this in essence entails is that a client will reach out to me and say, Hetty, we are an insurance company, a banking company, a women empowerment agency, and we want you to come and speak to our delegates. We are expecting X number of people. And please, can you speak on a particular topic? So often at times, they will ask me to speak on a specific topic, or they will give me free rein to decide on what I would like to speak on. So there are so many different things that I do in preparation for a speaking engagement. Number one, I feel that it's always important to research and make sure that whatever it is that you are talking about actually resonates with the audience that you are speaking to. So if I know that I am speaking at an insurance company and the audience is filled with insurance brokers and individuals that are running their own insurance brokerage practice, then I want to understand what's happening within that industry, what's happening within that landscape, and what are some of the nuances that are at play so that I can be able to infiltrate that into the topic of the day to ensure that it is relevant to the audience. There is absolutely nothing worse than pitching your speech at the wrong level, whether you pitch it too high or too low. You want to get it just right. So that for me is something that I absolutely enjoy and I love. And because I am a subject matter expert in monetization, I am able to infuse my knowledge and skill of monetization to help my audience understand the relevance that it plays in their organization, their industry, the greater economy at large. So speaking engagements for me is absolutely number one. Because I am a teacher at heart, I'm often asked, even from a speaking engagement perspective, to often put my speaking into a masterclass format, which also allows for conversation and two-way communication between myself and the audience. It allows them to pose questions, and it allows it to be a lot more personalized to them so that they can walk away with tangible, practical strategies and tips that they can really implement in their business and their organization. The other form of speaking that I do is as a panel speaker. So a panel speaker is really when you are speaking within a panel with other speakers. So there might be 3, 4, or 5 of us, and we're talking about a specific particular topic. And within the panel, you will find that each of the other speakers are also subject matter experts in their particular area. So it could be somebody who's maybe into personal finances, it could be someone who's a wealth coach, it could be somebody else who is the head of finance in some particular organization. And I obviously would come in from the monetization angle. I enjoy those types of speaking engagements as well because it allows for robust conversation and discussion among other subject matter experts as well. And that is something that is honestly really, really fun. Now, another form of speaking that I do, and this is something that I don't always show, but I should probably do more of because it's a very big part of the work that I do, which is a lot of training. In fact, my biggest clients are clients that I do training for. And what that involves is me going into their organization and training their staff component. We do various kinds of training. We do monetization training. We do social media management training. We do social media policy training. We do digital marketing training. We also do training to help organizations understand the landscape as it pertains to small to medium enterprises within the South African economy. So a lot of this training is there to help the staff component of the client that has booked our agency to be able to upskill themselves in those different areas. And I find that I often travel in order to do those different trainings because they happen all over the country. It isn't just in one particular area. So that is something that is absolutely fun and I love to do. Now, another area which I also enjoy doing, and I find that requires quite a lot of skill, and a lot of people don't realize the level of skill that it requires, and that is conversation facilitation. So as a person who is not only a subject matter expert, I am actually trained in public speaking. I am able to help facilitate conversations to help them navigate and move forward. So I would then be called in when there is a conversation that is happening and they need somebody to be able to come and mediate and facilitate the conversation so that complex systems and conversations can be broken down into its most simplest form in order for the audience to understand, but in order for also there to be a way forward as far as the conversation is concerned, so that it doesn't just become a convoluted conversation, but a conversation that actually has tangible outputs and returns that are really able to be digested by all the relevant stakeholders. And this is something that I absolutely enjoy doing. So, I am sharing this information with you so that you understand all of the different ways that your voice can be used as a monetizable tool. So let me know within the comment section of the different ways that I make money using my voice, which one appeals to you the most, which one interests you the most, and which one would you like to explore and get into as well. Now, let us talk about the other ways that you can potentially use your voice to invoice. Number one, we've spoken about being a keynote speaker. We have spoken about the fact that you can be a panel speaker. You can also be an MC. You can be a host. You can also host client shows. I have been booked before by different organizations that'll say, Hetty, we are running a short series on XYZ. Please, can you come and host the conversation and to help us to amplify it? So that is something that is easy to do. You can also do paid interviews and representation. I did not even know that this was a thing until I started getting the requests. And what would often happen is companies would hear my interviews on radio and be like, this person really knows how to clearly articulate themselves. Can't they represent our brand? And so they would then pay me to do different interviews on their brand's behalf. That's something that I don't do a lot of anymore, simply because I want my personal brand to be affiliated solely with what I do within the monetization space. But if you are looking to use your voice to invoice, it is certainly something that you can also consider. And there are so many other mediums that you can use as well, such as podcasting, audio, etc., etc. So the different ways that you can use your voice to invoice are absolutely infinite. The ways are continuously growing as the digital space grows. We've seen various influencers using their voice to invoice through the use of their platforms and leveraging their platforms for different brands to get exposure to their follower base. And this is in the form of stories and videos and reels, etc. That is also a way of using your voice to invoice. So, let us talk about what is needed in order for you to successfully use your voice to invoice. I think one of the things that has been major to my success in making money from speaking is the fact that I am a subject matter expert. Now, this is something that you really need to consider. For some people who come and book a consultation with me and say, Hetty, I don't know why I only get free engagements all the time. And when we look at the crux of it, it is because they are not a subject matter expert. What is that thing that makes you unique, that makes a person feel that they must part with their hard-earned money for you to be a keynote speaker, for you to be the MC, for you to be the host of their particular event? Because if there isn't something that is unique about you, that means that you can then be easily replaceable. So for me, because monetization is my specialization, and because I have carved a niche for myself, if they need somebody to come and speak about that topic in particular, and somebody that understands the plight of entrepreneurs, then I can only be the only choice. Am I making sense? Please let me know in the comment section if I'm making sense, monetizers. So if you want to be booked as an MC, you need to be known as a funny and humorous and relatable person, that if you are looking for a really amazing MC, then yes, you must choose this particular person because nobody else will do. When it comes to using your voice to invoice, mediocre and lukewarm is not going to cut it. You need to be piping hot honey. All right? So what is that thing that we can use to be able to market you so that a person feels like, listen, when it comes to my event, we must book this particular individual. Those are the things that are going to make you bankable from that particular perspective. Now, as you embark upon your speaking career and monetization journey, please, for the love of God, please do not be afraid to actually spend money to invest in yourself. So let's say, for example, you have carved a niche for yourself. You are a personal finance expert. Are you memorable? How was your voice projection? How was your body language? How do you come across? Do people actually like you? Because if you do not really resonate on all of those levels, you need to get that sorted out. You might need to do a public speaking course. And if you're looking for one, I actually will link one in the description box. One of my clients is one of the most amazing public speaking coaches in South Africa, and I am actually a teacher on her course. One of the modules that I teach within her course is going in depth and the strategies that I use day to day to actually use my voice to monetize and to be able to invoice. Do not be afraid to invest in your craft so that you are the best at what you do, so that your voice and your tone is memorable and you are able to land. Do you know that there are people who have got such a great message to convey, but because of the pitch of their voice, we can't listen to them? Do you know that there are people who've got a really great message, but they're boring? That is the reality on the ground. So you need to be able to do a critical analysis, because it is not enough to just want to stand on a stage and be in front of a microphone. What is your memorability factor? All of these things are very, very important when I'm assessing a client in wanting to help them to use their voice to invoice in order to monetize as much as possible. So this conversation has been short and sweet, but I really hope that it has helped you to get into the beginnings of the psychology of thinking. Actually, how do I want to come across? What is my messaging going to be? What is my unique selling proposition? What is going to make me stand out? Where are my areas of improvement? Which area in using my voice to invoice do I want to specialize in? Do I feel the most comfortable in? And I want to dominate and conquer. I really want you to think about all of those different elements, because that is what is going to help you to put you in good stead. As always, let me know your aha moments within the comment section. Now, before we end off, do not forget to register for our Entrepreneurs Year-End function on the 2nd of December. It is going to be finger-licking hot, honey, okay? All of the details are within the description box. Thank you so much for joining in on this conversation. And until next time, bye-bye for now.